Okay, guys, welcome to session. Let's start our session now.
Guys, so all of you, welcome to our class. You know our motto, it's better teacher, better future. And today we are going to see importance and types of synthetic fibers, right? So let's get on with it. All of you know me and all of you know Amna ma'am who is there in the comment box, right? Taking care of all your doubts. So in the last class, we already completed this displacement reaction, application of metals, application of non-metals, right? Now moving on towards today's concepts. Today, first of all, we'll understand what are polymers. After understanding what are polymers, we are going to understand about synthetic fibers, and then we'll be talking about types of synthetic fibers. So these are the three things we'll be covering in today's class. So I hope all of you are clear with this. Is this the last chapter of chemistry? No, but after this coal and petroleum, I'll teach again because many people were late, so they missed that coal and petroleum. So I'll teach it again and then we'll do the revision. Okay. So for some people, it can be revision, some people, it can be a simple understanding and grasping of the concept, right? Anyway, people, let's talk about fibers first. So what are fibers? See, fibers are thread or filament-like material which is strong and flexible, right? So it can be converted into clothes, ropes, and nets. So see, guys, our hair, if you touch our hair, here our hair is also a kind of fiber, right? So basically, fiber is what? A thread-like material out of which we can make clothes, ropes, and nets. For example, see, this entire handkerchief is made up of very, very small thread, very small thread. You can't even see it, but it is really strong and very small threads are interwoven into each other to make this handkerchief, right? So I hope you are getting the idea. And you can see this picture as well, right? This is the perfect example of a thread with a needle. Okay. So basically a thread is a filament-like material which is used for all these purposes. Now moving on. What are the types of fibers we have? What are the types of fibers we have? So we have two types of fibers. One is called natural fiber, the other one is called synthetic or man-made fiber. Okay. So natural one is obtained from where? Natural one is obtained from animals and plants, and man-made is made in industries and factories. Right? So what are the natural ones? Natural ones is cotton. So basically cotton is obtained from cotton plants which give flowers of cotton. Then wool is obtained from sheep. We trim the sheep and we get the wool. Then jute is obtained from jute plants again, right? So basically, jute is bark of the jute plants. Okay. Basically, the skin of the jute plants is this jute, which can be used as a rope. So in silk, we actually rear or we make some pet worms. Worms, all of you know, WORMS, worms, silkworms, right? So these worms are actually responsible for making silk. So silk is really costly. Actually, all the natural fibers are really costly because they are made from natural things, so they are costly. Then and acrylic. Now these synthetic fibers are really in scale in industries and factories. That's why they are relatively cheaper. So we are going to study about that. Anyway, now talking about the nature of fibers. Okay, many people. So nature of fibers is basically this. All fibers are polymers. Okay, all fibers are what? They are polymers. Polymers. Now, what is the meaning of polymers? Let me make you understand the meaning of polymers here. Here you see that there are different units here, right? These are the different units right here. Now, all these different units, when they are combined together, right? When they are combined together, then they basically form this polymer, right? They basically form this units are there, right? अब सबको साथ में मिला दिया तब क्या हो गया ये पॉलीमर बन गया तो एक है तो मोनोमर if there are many then polymer okay so I hope all of you are clear so mono means one and mer means unit means one unit poly means many and mer means unit so many units joined together is polymer and the process of forming polymer from monomer is called polymerization okay so I hope all of you are clear here right now all of you are clear here? Type on fast. Come on, type on if you're clear. Type 2 if you have any doubts. Okay, so basically here are the polymers. Polymers are made up of many repeating units, right? They are made up of what? They are made up of many repeating units, right? Now, see here. When one unit is there like this is a monomer. And when many units are joined, this is a polymer. I am repeating this again so that all of you can understand this, right? Anyway, now see guys, glucose actually makes cellulose. Glucose is a monomer which after polymerization forms cellulose and cellulose forms cotton. So the cotton you see, is a polymer of cellulose and cellulose is a polymer of glucose. So I hope all of you are clear here that ग्लूकोज से सेलुलोज बनता है जब बहुत सारे ग्लूकोज इकट्ठा हो जाए सेलुलोज बन जाएगा try answering this question guys okay name the units from which cellulose is made come on everyone nobody will answer in the comment box okay nobody should answer in the comment box now try answering this one here we go name the units from which cellulose is made come on people give your answers fast come on, take your time and give your answers. Five, four, three, two, one. Most of you have given your answers. So right now here the correct answer is basically this once again. Is basically B. Right? Glucose. Glucose, cellulose is made from glucose. Now, let's talk about this next question again. So, sorry, the next topic here. So, we were going to see the types of synthetic fibers, right? See, synthetic fibers, we already understood synthetic fibers are made from what? Synthetic fibers are made from basically, these are chemical substances which are actually found in different types of minerals which we obtain from Earth. For example, we get petroleum, we get coal, we get air, right? So many things we get from this planet. So we utilize all these chemicals in forming this particular synthetic fiber. Okay, so that is the way we get these. Now, moving on. We are going to learn four of them today. So, rayon, nylon, polyester, and acrylic. Let's move after each of them one by one. Okay. Now, guys, what is rayon? So, rayon is made by chemical treatment of wood pulp. Okay. How it is produced? It is produced by chemical treatment of wood pulp. So, basically, होता क्या यहाँ पे? Basically, wood pulp is chemically treated, and when it is put in some acid, then it becomes thread-like. You can see thread-like structure forming in this chemical. So this chemical is basically an acid, and when you put the chemically treated wood pulp, then what happens? It forms thread-like structure. So rayon is made by chemical treatment of wood pulp. All of you know that now. It was made to compete with natural silk from China. See, China had the best quality of silk, and for many years, the secret of making this silk was not known to the world. It was only known to the China. Right. So that's why many people wanted to have this awesome, awesome quality of cloth, but only Chinese people knew how to make it. Many people tried to steal the secret also, and they got punished by the Chinese kings. Right. So it is basically very, very costly also, right? So what happened that people started discovering new things and they came up with rayon, which is almost like silk, and it is also called artificial silk. And of course, it is cheaper than silk, right? It is not as costly as silk. So you can see history of silk in Chinese culture, people making silk and all. And you can see all these roots are there. These roots are called silk roots through which this particular silk was circulated to the entire world. So the entire world enjoyed this good silk of China for using this route. So I hope all of you are clear. Right? All of you are clear? Type on fast. Guys, do not fight in the comment box what I'm saying. Yeah, petrochemicals, that's correct. Artificial silk, that's correct. Yeah, guys, do not fight, otherwise I'll mute you all, right? Now, let's talk about the properties of rayon. So see, rayon first of all can absorb moisture. Okay? If you have certain moisture, right, it has the ability to absorb it. So this is a very unique thing about rayon. Why? Because most of the synthetic fibers do not have the ability to absorb moisture. So rayon is particularly a different kind of synthetic fiber here because it has the ability to absorb moisture and it is lustrous. All of you know what is lustrous? Means it is shiny in nature. It shines a lot. Okay, so you can show off these clothes if they are made up of rayon. Then they can be easily dyed. Means you can have different colors of rayon clothes and you can show them off, right? So uses where it is used. So it is used in making bed sheets, carpets, shirts, ties, tire cords, bandages. So many things are made up of rayon, right? So this is used here, right? Okay, now people, I think, Abdul, because it is made up of wood pulp. Very good, Karthik. Very good analysis. That's absolutely correct. Okay. Yeah, it is a really easy chapter, so don't you worry. All of you are going to understand it, right? Here, just statements are there, nothing to use your mind to, right? But now try solving this question. Okay, I'll give you some hint. I'm going to mute you all here. And rayon, can it be called 100% authentic or 100% synthetic? See, here we are using wood to make a rayon. So, wood is a natural thing. So, that's why we cannot say rayon is 100% synthetic. It is semi-synthetic. It is semi-synthetic. थेटिक राइट सेमी सिंथेटिक क्यों है ये क्योंकि इसमें वुड पल्प भी यूज होता है वुड पल्प इज नेचुरल ओके सो ऑल ऑफ यू रिमेंबर इट नाउ ट्राई आंसरिंग दिस क्वेश्चन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑफ विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग पॉलीमर्स लीड्स टू डिफॉरेस्टेशन किस पॉलीमर के मैन्युफैक्चर करने से डिफॉरेस्टेशन हो जाएगा आंसर दिस फास्ट Okay, many of you are trying to give that answer, which is there as a trap. So don't try to give that answer, guys, which is there as a trap. Trying to trap you all, and you are going to give that answer only. Come on, let's finish the quiz. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So people, Alok, Karthik Malik and Shri Varshini are the fastest one. And here the correct answer is rayon. See, many of you have answered both B and C. Of course, it is incorrect. C is what? C is silk. Silk has nothing to do with plants. Silk is obtained from silkworm. Worm मतलब समझ में आता है guys? Worm मतलब कीड़ा, right? पिल्लू, कीड़ा, राइट ऐसा कीड़ा होता है ना ऐसा कीड़ा होता है राइट इसके छोटे छोटे पैर होते हैं ये ये कीड़े से बनता है सिल्क वॉर्म सॉरी सिल्क बनता है सिल्क वॉर्म कीड़े का नाम है राइट सो आई हैव रिटन वर्क बाय मिस्टेक sorry let me correct it it is silk worm okay so it is made from silk worm Okay, so I hope all of you are clear here. Now, moving on from here. Guys, let's now talk about the next question. So, rayon सबको समझ में आ गया? We make it from wood pulp, so we have to get wood from somewhere. ठीक है? तो wood कहाँ से आएगा? पेड़ से आएगा. So you have to cut the tree to get wood. So that's why it is leading to deforestation. Why rayon can't be called 100% synthetic fiber? Why is rayon not 100% synthetic? Come on, try answering this one. This also I have given hint here. Rayon is semi-synthetic fiber, right? So that you can use to give the answer here. Fast. Aradhita, Ramcharan, and Karthik Malik are the fastest one. Let's finish the quiz. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, here the correct answer is A. Rayon is made from what? Rayon is made from wood pulp. ठीक है, इसको wood pulp से बनाते हैं और wood क्या होता है? Wood natural होता है, right? Naturally इसको obtain किया जाता है. इसलिए rayon cannot be called 100% synthetic fiber. Okay, so I hope all of you are clear here. Right, now moving on to our next fiber. The next fiber here, let me unmute you all first of all. Yeah. So the next fiber here we have is Acha. Some people have now. So see guys. So nylon was basically developed in New York and London. So that's why it is called nylon. New York NY and London LON. Right? NY is taken from New York and LON is taken from London. And it is the first fully synthetic fiber. You see that rayon is called semi-synthetic fiber, but this is fully synthetic fiber because it was completely made in laboratory. Right? It was also used in sleeping bags, in making ropes, seat belts, hose, trampoline, dental floss, so many things. So many things are basically made from nylon. Nylon was first used commercially, means market में ये कैसे आया? So commercially or in market, it was used first in toothbrushes in 1938. ठीक है? तो 1938 में ये toothbrushes में use हुआ first time. Right? Now, the first fully synthetic fiber was nylon. I hope all of you get this. That first fully synthetic fiber hai. Why? Because it is actually completely made in laboratory. No external help is taken from the natural things. And you see, this is the toothbrush of Napoleon Bonaparte. So he was a rich guy. So basically, it is actually very popular, right? Now, moving on. See, this nylon is having very high strength. This nylon can actually hold the weight of entire human beings, right? Human beings are quite heavy, right? So human beings can totally depend upon it. For example, you see this person is trying to climb up the mountain, and here what happens? Here he is depending on this nylon wire to save him because if he falls some way, then what will happen? This nylon will hold him and that will save him. Right. Okay. Bharat Oda, what is happening? You're laughing a lot. What is happening to Bharat? Let me check it out. What is dental floss? Dental floss is better that thing. Like अगर chicken खाते हैं तो दांत में कुछ फंस जाता है ना. So to get it out, we use dental floss. Okay. I hope all of you are clear with dental floss now. So first of all, nylon has very high strength. It is, as I showed you here, it is very strong. It is having high elasticity, means it is stretchable. Then again, it is having shiny nature, right? It shines. Then drip dry property. It dries very quickly. It absorbs very little moisture. That's why it dries very quickly. Wrinkle resistant. If you do this, suppose this handkerchief is there. If you do this handkerchief is cotton, so there will be many wrinkles on this, right? Right. It looks like you need to iron it. But if it was rayon or sorry, it was nylon also or rayon also, then it will be mostly wrinkle resistant. Wrinkles will not form on it very easily. And next, last thing is moth and chemical resistant. So here insects and chemicals cannot harm them. Okay. So I hope all of you are clear. Still, nylon is strong. I think so. Nylon compared to steel. Ramcharan Sai, stop predicting things. First, focus on learning, then start showing off, right? So first, focus on learning. Okay. Okay. Anyway, that fact also I'll tell. Now, uses. Uses are parachutes, tents, climbing ropes, comb, umbrella, toothbrush. So many things are made up of this particular nylon, right? Drip dry, beta. It is drip dry, Krishna. That basically means it cannot absorb moisture, right? So that's why it becomes dry very easily. If little bit water is there, it will dry very quickly. But cotton, suppose this is cotton handkerchief. So basically, this will absorb a lot of water and moisture. So it will take time for it to dry. So all of you are clear, type on fast. No, for wires, nylon cannot be used better. Nylon is not a good conductor of electricity. Okay. Let's agree to disagree, Ramcharan. Okay. Now let's focus on this. Right. See, nylon thread is actually stronger than a steel wire. So nylon, Ramcharan. Now I have told you a fact also that nylon thread is actually stronger than a steel wire. Don't worry, Ramcharan. Okay, you are not showing off. You are a very good student. Don't worry. Okay. Now, let's focus. Let's focus. See, showing off is good. I told you, it is good. Everyone should show off. Sometimes I also show off, right? So showing off is not that bad. But anyway, if you think you are not showing off, that's correct. If you're so emotional about it, let's say you are not showing off. So see, guys, nylon thread is very strong than steel wire, right? Stronger than steel wire. And due to production of parachutes, see, in World War II, what happened? Americans had to land in Europe, right, for fighting the war. So Americans come used to come on aeroplanes, and they will actually jump from the aeroplanes wearing a parachute, and that parachute will make them land. So they were called paratroopers, right? Those particular those are called what? Paratroopers. Those American soldiers who actually jumped from using parachutes into the Europe, right? So nylon thread is actually stronger than a steel wire. First thing, and it is used for making parachutes. And during World War II, there was so much uses for making parachutes that there was shortage of nylon, and because of that, many people started to protest. You can see a big protest here happening. So, of course, you can see the beautiful picture of parachutes nowadays, right? Different colors are being used here, right? So the in the earlier times, the parachutes were not such attractive things, but still they were useful, right? They are always useful, by the way. Now, which of the following statements is not true? Which of the following statements is not true? No, no, it will not become weak in sun, beta. Okay. Yes, Ramcharan, then you were showing off. If you were joking, you were not emotional, then I'll say you were showing off. Okay. No, no, I have never. Beta, using a parachute, you jump. You do not climb using a parachute, right? Get your basic concepts clear. Using a rope, you can climb, and using a parachute, you have to jump down. So, don't say that. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Let's do this question. Which of these statements is not true? Read all these statements and tell me. Read all these statements. The incorrect statement you can easily get. Okay. I meant that, Wali sir, if I explain, it will not fit. Okay, don't worry about these things. Now try focus on answering the questions, and most of you are correct here. Let's finish the quiz. Alok, Arpit, and Arshia are the fastest one here. Now, guys, here you see. D is the correct answer. Cotton thread is stronger than nylon thread. This is absolutely wrong because nylon thread is even stronger than steel, and cotton is very weak. All of us have some cotton threads in our homes, right? So cotton threads are very weak. Okay. In chat, I can't type that much, sir. Okay. Don't worry. Now let's do this question. Nylon is useful because of following properties. So see, guys, In all these properties, there is something wrong. But in one property, there's nothing wrong. So find out the one where nothing is wrong, and that is your answer. So try answering that. Come on. Okay, Radhita, Arpit, and Namish are the fastest one here. Okay. Okay. Countdown now. Five, four, three, two, one. Let's finish the quiz and here we go. So guys, here the correct answer is C, right? Strong, elastic, light and shiny. See, first of all, here it is moisture absorbing. That is incorrect. Nylon cannot absorb moisture. It is unbreakable. No, everything breaks. So it is not unbreakable. Transparent also, no, it is not transparent, right? Okay, then hard, expensive, and soft. Now in D option, both hard and soft is there. So that is not possible, right? So basically, C is the correct answer. Strong, elastic, light, and shiny. Okay, so I hope all of you are clear with this. Now moving on, guys, towards polyester. All of you clear with this? Type on fast. Come on. Okay, let me do the countdown. Five, four, three, two, one. Here's the polyester. Now, let's study about polyester. All of you, right? Nobody has doubts. Okay, so let's study about polysters. Polysters are made up of repeating units of a chemical called ester. So basically, ester is a chemical which makes polyester. See, poly means many, ester is a chemical. Right? What is this chemical ester? Let me show you guys. Esters are responsible for sweet smell in fruits. ठीक है तो fruits में sweet smell होता है right so that sweet smell is coming because of this chemical called ester and basically this ester only helps in making polyester. Okay, so I hope all of you are clear. Okay. Yeah, Easter might be a festival, right? So Easter is a festival. Yeah, it is a Christian festival, as I remember. Right. Anyway, yeah, that is Easter, right? E-A-S-T-E-R. Okay, very good. You have come here to learn. Okay, guys, now I think I'll mute everyone. Arvind, why are you fighting here? And if people are becoming master, they have all the right to become proud of it. Okay. Anyway, so polyester is made up of ester, and that ester is actually made up of what? It is made up of all these chemicals, right, which are there in the fruits, right, which are giving the sweet smell. Now, let's see the properties. They absorb very little water. Polyesters also absorb very. Guys, I'll mute all of you for 5 minutes because I think many people are just going on. So for 5 minutes, I'll mute you all so that all of you will calm down. Right. Anyway, properties. Here you see absorbs very little water, right? It absorbs very, very little water. So it can dry quickly, obviously. It is elastic, means stretchabilities, right? So that is one advantage, and we can make sports outfits from polyesters because it is elastic. Then it is lightweight also, it is not very heavy. It is wrinkle resistant, means again, you do something like this to polyesters, it is not going to have wrinkles in it. And again, it is moth and chemical resistant. So this insects and chemicals cannot harm your polyesters. Okay, where it is used, it is mainly used in textiles, in making clothes. It is also used in making light sails. Sails means what? In ships, you must have seen, suppose this is a boat, right? This is a boat. So in the boat, there will be something like this of cloth, made up of cloth. There will be something like this. So this is basically what? This is the sail, right? It is made up of cloth, and that is mainly made up of what? That is mainly made up of polyesters. Then conveyor belts. Sometimes in factories and industries, you people will see that there is a belt and it is continuously moving. And if you keep something on this belt, it will move to different position. Okay, so that is a conveyor belt. In audio cassettes, also in floppy disks, which earlier it used to be there in CPUs, central processing units, right, and utensils. Polyesters are also used in making utensils. Now, let's talk. All of you are clear here? Moth is insect, Arpit, good student. Moth is insect. Okay, I hope all of you are clear. Is linen natural or synthetic materials? So, better linen is natural or synthetic, you are asking, right? So, see, first of all, linen is basically coming under the category of natural material, right? It is natural actually, and basically it is just like cotton and jute, it is obtained from plants only, right? It is a plant-based category, right? Okay, so I hope all of you are clear. Now, let's talk about blending of polyesters. Now, blending of polyesters is actually the mixing of polyesters with different things, right? For example, you are here, you have terracotta. So terracotta is mixture of terylene and cotton. See, terry word represents terylene and see cot words represents cotton. So terylene plus cotton makes this terracotta, right? So when you are mixing polyester, which is a terylene is what? Terylene is a type of polyester type of polyester. Okay, now so basically terylene plus cotton is what? Terylene plus cotton is terracotta. Now here all of you can see that there are machines where blending is done, right? There is polyester, there is cotton, both of them will be mixed into each other to make a better fiber, right? Basically, blending is done so that the fiber can become better, it can become stronger, it can become cheaper. So there are many things because of which we do this blending. Again, polycot means what? Polycot means polyester plus cotton. Cot for cotton. Similarly, there is terry wool. You must have heard of this quality of clothes. So now there is winter, so many people will say that, sir, ये terry wool का बना हुआ है, right? So basically terylene plus wool is there and terry wool and poly wool में क्या है? Polyester plus wool, right? So polyester plus wool is there, so that is poly wool. I hope all of you are clear here. So this is a different type of polyester called PET. It is called polyethylene terephthalate. Okay, polyethylene terephthalate. PET is a very familiar form of polyester. Means it is a type of polyester. Just like terylene is a type of polyester, similarly PET is also a type of polyester. It is used for making bottles, utensils, film wires, and many other useful products. So see guys, all these jars and bottles are made up of PET. That's why PET is nowadays replacing glass because earlier all these things were made up of glass. Now they are made up of PET. They are now made up of PET. Okay, so I hope all of you are clear. Type 1. Type 1 if you're what are the monomers of polyester? So this is the easiest question of the world. Answer this. This is also for coins. One. This was really easy, right? All of you are correct here. Right, moving on from here. The next question. Why is blending of fibers done? Read each and every option and then give the answer. That is my advice to you people before giving this answer. Read each and every option. Aradhita, Bharat, and Namish Yadav are the fastest one here. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's finish the quiz. And people see, here the correct answer is all of the above. First of all, blending can be done to modify the properties. Blending might be done to modify the properties of a fiber and for a special purpose. For example, you require some clothes for sports. So for that, you can use blending of fibers in order to satisfy the needs of the consumers. राइट? मान लो कंज्यूमर का डिमांड आ रहा है कि वी वांट दिस काइंड ऑफ क्लोथ, सो फॉर दैट यू विल डू सम ब्लेंडिंग. So that's why all of the above is correct. Now I'm going to give you all coins, right? Once again, allotted fixed coins, right? So guys, acrylic and one more polyester is, sorry, one more synthetic fiber is there that we'll study in the last class. So today we have studied what? Polymers, synthetic fibers, and types of synthetic fibers. Next class we'll be studying about advantages and of synthetic fibers, disadvantages of synthetic fibers, plastics, types of plastics, and of course acrylic and one more synthetic fiber we could not study today. So that also we will be studying in next class. Okay, so let me give you session ending points as well, and after this you guys can leave. Okay, so thank you so much. Stay healthy and stay awesome.
Okay guys, thank you for watching my video, and if you like my video, like and share, and if you have any doubts you also comment me, and don't forget to subscribe my channel for more videos.